What's going on, OKC? Welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast. I'm here with the Thunder Covers, Jack. Tonight, OKC took down the Washington Wizards at home, 127 to 108. Fairly easy win, but we are going to start the show with some pretty unfortunate news out from OKC. Nikola Topic previously underwent testicular surgery. Found out that he has now testicular cancer. He's being treated for it with chemotherapy. So we'll keep you guys updated with anything we hear, but we're praying for Tope, and I'm sure all of OKC is as well. It's pretty unfortunate news out of OKC today. But with that being said, we'll get to the game box score. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 31 in 29 minutes. Very efficient, 11 of 20, 3 from 6 from 3. 7 assists, and adds another block to his total for the year. Cason Wallace, 12, 5 and 3. Lou Dort, 7 and 6. Hartenstein had a good game, 17, 8 and 5. Added a couple steals in there. Wiggins, not so great today, 8 points. But welcome back, Isaiah Joe. Finally, the team looks like they have a 3-point shooter, and his name is Isaiah Joe. 20 points in his debut, 5 threes, 5 of 9 from deep. And AJ Mitchell continues his tear, 20 points. So I could say tonight that AJ Mitchell's 20-point streak has officially begun. All around, fairly easy game. There was a few up and down runs for Washington, but we quickly answered those with some threes and some Shai buckets. Jack, just any thoughts about tonight's game? I know it was pretty easy.
I think, well, the one thing I want to touch on is Isaiah Joe's back, and everyone thinks only the three-point shooting is going to improve. But the one thing that he's sneaky good at is rebounding. I think we crushed them with the rebound battle tonight, and he was a big part of that. He's just like a natural rebounder, great for his size, really aggressive. So, I mean, that's great to have that back as well, in addition to the three-point shooting, because it's been so inconsistent. Even in that game, it felt a little inconsistent at times, but we found our groove, and when we find our groove, we're unstoppable. So, yeah. And I also want to say Isaiah Hartenstein looks so comfortable this game. He was just on point, like aggressive. He just looked relaxed and just hooping. So that was cool to see.
Yeah, he definitely looked like the Isaiah Hartenstein we've come to know after a little bit of a rough start in the first couple of games. But he settled in nicely. The one thing about the three-point shooting that is becoming a little bit of an issue, he did make 2 tonight, but Jalen Williams, he was much more efficient last year from 3 than what he's been to start the year. But I have no doubt that Jay will get his shot going. He was 2 for 6 tonight, so it was good to see him get a few down the hatch there. But other than that, I mean, like we kind of predicted, this was how the game was going to go. I believe, I don't even remember what the odds were, but OKC won by 19, so I'm sure they covered. But yeah, I mean, the most they could really do now is kind of just look forward to getting more players back. J-Dub, Kenrich, and we'll see where we stand after that. I mean, they're looking good. It's so funny to me in this game. Didn't need him, but Alex Caruso, this is just a classic Alex Caruso. Like, where does he fit in a blowout type regular season game? He had 0 points tonight, over 5. He only played 17 minutes. Like, we don't need to use him in these types of games.
Yeah.
On Washington's side, they have some decent players. Obviously, Koulibaly. We know McCollum was there. McCollum led the way with 19 tonight. Nobody too impressive. They look to be a little rough. I think Sapir was giving them a little bit too much credit last night, just for good morale on our side. Let's go see what Bradley's up to in the comments. He said, and mind you, J-Dub is still not. Yeah, I know. He says this every night, Bradley. Shout out, Bradley. What's going on, man? Yeah, J-Dub still hasn't played. I'm just happy they were able to take care of business tonight. It kind of like a boring game, but that's what we needed. We needed shade of rest. Nice, easy, boring game.
Finally, a boring game, because all of these have been down to the wire. I wanted to touch on, you were talking about the Wizards there. Chris Middleton killed the Wizards tonight with his ISO ball. I thought it was a 2-point game with like a minute 30 left in the third, and he just tried to go ISO, and we got stop after stop. And I think So we finished the third really good, and then we started the fourth. It carried on, and we started 15-4, and that was a Super Bowl game right there. So yeah, that was horrific to see from
Yeah,
even as an OKC fan.
yeah, it's looking like his time has come. Which he had a great career, but he's not looking too great. Back to Bradley in the comments here. Is SGA the October Player of the Month in the West? I'll let Jack answer that one first.
I think it might go to Austin Reeves, but yeah, I think there's quite a couple good players, but I think my pick for that is Austin Reeves.
I
Only
believe.
because,
Oh, go ahead.
well, only because he's not really. I feel like him being less of a player than Shai is and putting up those numbers makes it more impressive. So
Yeah,
he'll win the month. Yeah.
yeah, I could agree with that. I think the NBA would lean Reeves or Wemby over Shea even at this point, just because the Shea fatigue is getting to people around the league. Clearly, I mean, another night he only shoots 6 free throws tonight, so he's been kind of shunned away. But we don't really care about October Player of the Year. We know he deserves it every day, every month, but he doesn't care. He's going for the championship. Lando OKC in the comments. When do we think J-Dub is going to be back? We provided that last night with Sapir. We don't have a firm update on J-Dub yet. We know he's been working out. We know he's been warming up. But this team is kind of rolling without him, and they don't want to rush him back. We're going to predict like mid-November is what we're thinking. Could be sooner, could be later, but that's probably where we're standing at right now. I believe, Jack.
I think, yeah, I think that's right. But I think tonight was a great display of how we can manage the depth. We're talking both ways a couple nights ago about how if we have too many good players or if we have key players out. I think we had 9 people play 15 or more minutes tonight.
Yep.
And I think nearly the whole healthy roster outside of Brooks Barnheiser played tonight, which is also pretty cool. So, I mean, everyone got minutes, everyone got touches. I think Mark did a great job of dealing with just having so many players, and everyone was on point tonight. Like the offense was humming. So, I think it's scary, but
yeah. Okay, Orlando OKC, absolutely. If we're winning, if we continue to win without him, there is no need to rush him back. And speaking of that, well, first I want to touch on everyone did play tonight. I was happy to see Mark let AJ play 30 minutes tonight just to keep him rolling. I mean, that kid's amazing. He's going to be great for us all season long. Even our boy Brandon Carlson got in, knocked down a 3. But to touch on this comment, yeah, I mean, we get the Pelicans on Sunday at home. The Clippers haven't looked great. They're a solid team. They got a lot of veterans on that team, but they haven't looked great. Trailblazers, Kings again. So we'll see. I think J-Dub will come back like mid-November for sure. Other than that, I guess we can move right along to the Pelicans game on Sunday. Just a quick preview since tonight was just such a wash, which we're glad it was finally. So yeah, the OKC takes on the New Orleans Pelicans at home on Sunday at 2:30 Central Time. I believe we'll see Chet Holmgren back in. I think this was just a little bit of rest, and I believe other than that, we'll be fully healthy outside of J-Dub, Kenrich, and obviously the unfortunate news to Tope.
And this is the team that looks pretty good on paper, in my opinion. I think they got some good guys, but I just don't think it gels at all, and you can see that through their 0-4 records. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when we play them, but I think it might be a bit similar to tonight, really.
Yeah, we could hope that. I mean, we expect and we could hope that it's similar to tonight. The only thing, Trey Murphy likes to make a lot of threes in OKC. That's just what he does. Obviously, Zion's healthy, but I don't really know where he's at. And they got a bunch of young guys on that team, but they have a lot of players. Like Jack said, they have a lot of players. It doesn't really mesh well, but if they want to play well, we're going to have to play our best basketball every night because everybody wants to take down the reigning champs. Everybody's going to put up a good game except maybe even Washington hung around for a little bit tonight. Back to Bradley in the comments. He said, I think we have a great chance to start 10-0 this year. I mean, yeah, I would expect it's going to be hard to beat OKC no matter who's on the court or who isn't on the court, I should say. As long as Shai's on the court, OKC looks pretty comfortable. But specifically to Bradley's comment, they're 6-0, and the next 4 games are Pelicans at home, so we're expecting 7-0. But then they're going on a 4-game road stretch. They're going Clippers, Trailblazers, Kings, and Grizzlies. They could drop maybe 1 or 2 of those games if they're not playing their best basketball, but I do expect them to.
And the record for OKC's season start is 7 wins, so it'll be cool to tie that next game if we can and hopefully beat that.
Yeah, another accomplishment for this OKC team would be fantastic just to keep it moving. One last thing, I guess, for this game. Isaiah Joe's like the best regular season player for OKC off the bench. Like, he's so perfect for this team, especially in these types of games where he can just come over. He could ball handle. He could come off the screen for threes. He could take it to the rim. Obviously, you mentioned the rebounding, and then he plays defense. He plays his ass off on defense in the regular season for sure.
Yep. How about we guess my jersey then, Joe?
Yeah, we do have to go to our favorite segment of the night. What the hell is Jack wearing is what we're going to call it tonight. Every night or every live stream, we try to guess what jersey Jack is wearing. And he doesn't tell any of the panel. I know it's just us two tonight. So we need some guys in the comments. It obviously is a Thunder jersey. Flood the comments with guesses, and then I will give mine in a few seconds after you guys do, and we will go from there. But while we're waiting for some comments to come through, I'm going to guess here. All right. That's an interesting jersey. Very interesting, actually. I want to say, like, for me, I want to say Isaiah Joe just because of his return. But I don't even know if Isaiah Joe was around when those jerseys were. It's interesting.
Yeah, he was around.
Well, you saying he was around is probably telling me that it's not Isaiah Joe. But tonight, I'm going to go with Isaiah Joe.
All right. The big reveal. The man from Australia, Josh Giddey.
Oh, Josh Giddey tonight. Shout out Josh Giddey.
Yep.
His Chicago Bulls have been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even have thought of Giddey tonight.
No.
But outside of that,
right.
I think we're all set for tonight. Very happy with the way they played tonight. Kind of like an off night. And we will see everybody on Sunday. We appreciate everybody who's watching, continuing to watch, sticking around with us, commenting. If you are enjoying the content, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the post. We're on all socials, Instagram, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. We're everywhere, TikTok. So go hit us up on there, and we will see you guys Sunday. And one last time, prayers for Nikola Topic. OKC is wishing you the fastest recovery possible, and hopefully we'll get to see you on the court. I know that Dagnall did say that he's been in the gym still working out, so that is a good sign. Other than that, we will see you guys Sunday. And Thunder up, baby. Let's go.